Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We are doing the She and Me patch. My name is Amber Carson. How is everybody today? We're going to wait just a second and make sure that everyone comes on. All right, and I want to see some of your questions, so I am going to take a look here. And see. All right, bear with me for just a second, guys. All right. Can you guys let me know that you're here? Can you give me your name and what grade you're in? Hi, Samantha. All right, there's just a little bit of a delay here, so I'm just waiting to see that you guys are on and ready to go. Today, we're going to talk about Mother's Day and how we should celebrate our moms and give you a little history about Mother's Day and also introduce you to the Working Moms Day, which is actually tomorrow in Friday. Um, and then we're going to do some crafts. We're going to do a few crafts that you guys can give to your moms for Mother's Day. So hi, Addison. Hi, Jasmine. How are you guys? We're going to give it just another minute here. And I'm trying to find that, bring this up on my phone for you guys so I can see what you are doing. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Tessa. Hi, Jordan. Hi, London. All right. So let's see about getting started. What do you guys think? So we all know that Mother's Day is on Sunday, and it's a wonderful time to celebrate a woman who means the world to you. We all have female role models in our lives who have influenced and helped us to shape us in some way. For this patch, you want to choose one special woman who inspires you. That could be your mom or your grandma, maybe an aunt or an older sister. Um, Anything will work. Is that mom or that person your biggest cheerleader? Probably so, huh? Maybe she encourages you to find new interests, try new sports, and just follow your dreams, whatever it is that you want to do. So, do you love to spend time with your grandma? Do you both go shopping and maybe enjoy baking cookies together? I know my kids like hanging out with their grandma. Maybe your aunt takes you on the coolest trips and you both enjoy exploring new places and maybe new food. Maybe that's the person you always try all your new foods with. Or perhaps you're inspired by maybe a youth group leader or a music teacher. Could even be your troop leader. So today we're going to do 3 things. We're going to learn about the history of Mother's Day and working Mother's Day. We're going to choose a woman to help inspire us, and then come up with some questions that we're going to use to interview her. Then we're going to find out what you guys have in common, what you have in common with this person who inspires you. And then we're going to work on 3 different homemade gifts that we can give that woman or those people. We're going to do 3 different crafts today, 3 different gifts. So if you want to give them all to the same person, or you could give one to your mom, one to your grandma, and maybe one to an older sister or your aunt. Okay? All right. So I'm just taking a look at some of your guys' questions here. All right, so we have Annabelle on here and Olivia. Hi, guys. Reagan and Claire. Hi, Jordan. All right, so Mother's Day. It's a National Women's Alliance. We got some information. So the history of Mother's Day was started in 1858 by a woman named Anne Jarvis. She was a homemaker, so she was a stay-at-home mom, and she wanted to improve the sanitation from disease-bearing insects and seepage into polluted waters. And then in 1872, a Boston poet named Julia Ward Howe established a special day for mothers and for peace. That's pretty cool. And then in 1905, Anne Jarvis again, unfortunately she died, but her daughter Anna decided to honor her in a special way and began a campaign in 1914, and then that's when Mother's Day started. Mother's Day has endured. It now serves, as it originally did, to recognize the contributions of all women. Mother's Day, like the job of mothering, is varied and diverse, like we just talked about. Sometimes that it can be celebrating your mom or your grandma or another special woman in your life. So then on tomorrow, on Friday, is actually Working Mother's Day. Working Mother's Day was established just a few years ago by a group of Girl Scouts. And they wanted everyone to know how hard moms work. Some moms work at home. Some moms, their job is to take care of you. And other moms work outside of the house too. So 70% of moms with kids younger than 18 are working moms. That's a lot. And 75% of those moms are working a full-time job on top of taking care of all of your needs. 40% of moms with kids under 18 are the primary family income earners. So they're the ones that are going out and making sure that you guys have everything that you need, food and a house and all of your bills. And then 95% of working moms, it takes 98 hours for working moms because they do their full-time job and then they come home and they take care of the kids as well. That's a lot of hours in a week, huh? So we want to talk about a couple of different ways on top of the crafts that we're going to be doing today to celebrate working moms. You could create a quick cell phone video wishing your mom or your grandma a happy working mom's day and then text it to her. How cool would that be for her to look at her phone and get a text message of a cool video from you thanking her for everything that she does? You could send your mom an emoji-only text message and let her know how impressed you are with everything she does for you. You could ask her to tell you about her favorite part of the day. Ask her what she does all day when she's working. Ask her if there's anything that she needs help with. Maybe start making dinner for her. That would be pretty awesome. Make her a lunch to take with her to school. What else? What do you guys think? What are some of cool things that you could do for your mom, not only on Working Mom's Day, but on Mother's Day on Sunday? Hi, Abby. Hi, Maddie. What do you guys think? Is there anything cool that you could do just to tell your mom how much you appreciate her? Do the dishes. That's great. Give her a great big hug or make her a card. Those are great answers. It doesn't need to be a lot, doesn't need to be expensive, just something small to let her know that you're thinking about her. You could pick your mom flowers, that's right. Help with the laundry. Those are all great answers. Clean your room, yes. If your mom is like me, I'm always on top of my kids to try and have them clean their room. I like that answer. Make her some tea, yes. One of the things my kids do to make me feel good is they'll bring me a cup of coffee. I can make her a message. Finish your homework, sure. Practice your piano. I love all of those answers. All right, so one of the things for your patch to do is in step 2 is to ask some questions to learn more about your mom. So let's say you're going to interview your mom and ask her some things, maybe about her life, maybe about what she does every day when she goes off to work, or what she does maybe when you're not home. So what are some things that you guys could ask your mom in an interview? What do you guys think? Do all of her chores and give her a big hug. I like that answer. So maybe you can ask her if her mom worked in your interview, or maybe you can ask her about the day you were born, or maybe you could ask her if she had any other names picked out for you when she was pregnant with you. What are some other questions that you could ask? What do you guys think? What her favorite things are? Absolutely. What's her favorite thing to do? Yeah. Does she have any hobbies? You could ask her maybe what her favorite book is, where she was born. Yeah. How hard her job is. I like that one. What else, guys? How was her childhood? Sure. Maybe if she played any sports when she was a kid. Ask her about where she lived growing up. Absolutely. Those are all great answers. Ask her if she likes her job. Sure. What her favorite animal is. Maybe her favorite color if you don't already know that. I like them. I like your answers, guys. So what I want you to do, if you have a piece of paper, let's kind of make a list. Let's make a list of those things that you could ask your mom during an interview. And then after our video today, sometime between now and Mother's Day, why don't you go and do that quick interview with her? We named a lot of things, and you guys are still giving some great answers. You could ask her what her birthstone is. Awesome. My birthstone is a pretty green peridot. You would ask her where she got her love of animals. Absolutely, that's great. What's her favorite snack? And then make it for her. I like that answer. And then you can do the coffee or tea with it, right? Is it hard? Is her job hard? Abigail said, is it hard being a paramedic? So her mom must be a paramedic. You can ask her what it's like every day doing that job, right? Awesome, guys. So take a minute and write down some of our question ideas on a piece of paper so that you can take it back to her and interview her. You make your mom snacks. That's great. Someone else has a peridot as their birthstone, and their mom's is an amethyst. The amethyst is a really pretty purple color. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to give you guys just a second to finish up your list of interview questions. And then on another piece of paper, or on the back of that paper, we are going to write the word mom, just like that, or grandma, or aunt, or sister, whoever it is that inspires you, whoever is there that takes care of you, and make sure that you have everything that you need every day. And this is the person that you're going to interview. Okay, so we're going to just write mom right there like that. And then what I want you to do is around her name, I want you to write some adjectives or words to describe her. So my mom is kind. She is caring. She always is looking out for everybody else and making sure that everyone else is okay. She's funny. She has a great smile. So I want you to write those things around, around your mom's name. All of those things that she is. And tell me what you're writing. Is she smart? My mom's super smart. I'm going to add that. Is she fun? We go on adventures together. So I'm going to write adventures on my paper. So what other words describe your mom? Let me know what you guys are writing. And once you have smart, funny, caring, great. So once you have those words, what I want you to do next is circle any of those words that also describe you so that you can see how much you have in common with that person that inspires you. Your mom is sarcastic and funny. I love it. My mom's sarcastic too. That's part of how she's funny. She's crazy, funny, and bold. Oh, I like those adjectives. So circle those words that also describe you. And just think about that for a minute. All of those characteristics that your mom is, you got those things from her. Someone said their mom is funny and she is loving and she has a big brain. I like that. Sweet and friendly, kind. She's always working. So she's a hard worker. That's a good quality to have. My mom's always working too. She's a hard worker. I'm going to add that to my list. Someone says that their mom is active and a bookworm. Those are good things. All right. So now it's time for us to make some cool crafts. What do you guys think? So we're going to make 3 different crafts today. First craft we're going to do, now mine's still a little wet, my tester here. So you guys are going to have to give it some time to dry, but we're going to make this cool butterfly, tie-dyed butterfly. And then we're going to make a pretty flower, and you can make multiple of these and give her a bouquet. Someone said, everything I wrote, I circled. That's fantastic. And then the last thing we're going to make is a cool heart wreath. Oh, there we go. Okay. So to get started, the first thing we're going to do to get started is start on our butterfly. So hopefully it has time to dry. Okay. So part of your supply list, what you will need for that one will be tissue paper or coffee filters. You'll need some washable markers, water, and a pipe cleaner. The water is just a tiny little bit. You can either use an eyedropper or even a spoon will work, okay? I also recommend having a pan or something because we are going to pour water, okay? Where did my there's my coffee filters. Okay. So we're going to take 2 coffee filters and we're going to spread them out so that they're as flat as we can get. It's okay if it's not completely flat. We need some markers too. So we're going to get some markers. Pick some colors that you really like. I thought I had a blue in here. Here's my blue. So I'm going to pick 4 different colors. You can pick as many colors as you want. And I want you to color. You're going to set your 2 coffee filters on top of each other, and you're just going to color on the top one, okay? They'll bleed through. So I want you to go ahead and make any designs or color on top of that, on the top coffee filter. I am drawing some hearts first. And then I'm just going to make some squiggly lines in between. Okay. So far mine looks like this. I don't know if you can see that purple. The purple is kind of light. Okay. I'm going to keep going because I also have yellow and I have a blue. So I'm just going to color, maybe do some squiggly lines. Add in any place that doesn't have color. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be, this is just to get, I'll show you what's going to happen. The color is going to bleed through. Okay, so just like that. So once you have that all done, you're going to set that face down, face up. So you want it, your top copy to be on top. You're going to put it in your pan, and then you're going to take your water. I don't have a medicine dropper, so I just have a cup of water and a little teaspoon. And I'm going to fill up my teaspoon, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle water on top. Don't use too much water because we need this to dry. Oh yeah, and guys, if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video if you need extra time to work. Okay, so I have mine nice and wet. There we go. Okay, in my pan, and I'm just gonna set this aside. We're gonna come back to this at the end, but we need that to dry a little bit, okay? So that was pretty fun. You got to watch those colors. Do you see them expanding and seeking through? It's pretty cool, right? I don't know if you can hear my puppy's footsteps. They're walking around my floor. Oh, someone said they make their mom snacks. That's awesome. All right. So let's move on to the next one. The next one we're going to do is our flower. So for this, you need a toilet paper roll. You need a popsicle stick or a craft stick. You're going to want some glue and possibly some tape. If you don't have a toilet paper roll, you can also use a piece of paper, okay? You'll also need either paint or markers. I'm going to use markers today only because I don't want to wait. I don't want to have to wait for it to dry. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our toilet paper roll, and I want to color it. So, oh, do you hear my puppies? Hold on 1 second. Okay. So we're going to take our toilet paper roll, and we're going to take one of the markers that we just used, and we're going to color it or paint it if you have paint instead of markers. I started with yellow and it doesn't show up very well, so I'm going to pick a different color, and that's okay. Some flowers that we're going to make have more than one color on it. You hear a kitty? Yes, I have 2 kitties too. My one kitty, Bella, is very loud all the time. So you're just going to color it just like I'm doing. Or paint. Painting is fine too if you have paint instead of markers. Now you will, if you have 2, you can color one your color of your flower, and you'll want to color the other one for the stem if you want to add a stem. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to color this toilet paper roll just about all of my flower color of pink. All right, guys, tell me more about your mom. Okay, if you have paper, you will want to color or paint that paper too. You could use a cardboard box if you want, because we're going to cut this toilet paper roll up in a second. So you just want to color it whatever color you want your flower to be. What color are you making your flower? I'm making mine pink. Can you see it? Mine's pink. The one I did earlier was blue. My blue flower. What color are you guys making your flower? Are you doing some yellow? Are you doing some pinks? Blues, purples, oranges? I just got an orange flower today. All right. A rainbow flower, that's awesome. Oh, fantastic, guys. You guys are creative. I love all of that. Purple glitter, awesome. Green. Oh, purple glitter's a great idea. Pink and purple, cool. Very creative, guys. Awesome. Okay, so once your toilet paper roll is all colored, what you're going to do is you're going to smush it flat. So let me show you what I mean. This isn't allowing me to do this. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so we're going to squish it flat. Make it flat. Okay, so you have it flat. If you have a piece of paper, yours is already flat, so that's okay. You'll want to fold your paper in half for me. Or cut out a piece that's about the same size, and then fold it in half. Okay, and then we're going to take our scissors. As soon as I find my scissors, I had scissors. All right, I got scissors. So we're going to take our scissors and we're going to just cut a few pieces off. So it's going to look like this. You're going to have a little petal. Okay. Just like that. Now, the flower I did earlier was 4 petals. So you can cut out as many pieces, as many petals as you want. Go ahead and do that. Oh, someone else is making a rainbow one. Awesome. A whole bunch of you are doing rainbow ones. I like it. How many pieces? You can do as many pieces as you want petals. So when I originally did this earlier, I had planned to use 5 or 6, but I ended up only using 4. Do you hear my puppies growling? They're watching out the window and the neighbors are walking by, so they like to growl. They're tiny puppies and they're not going to hurt anybody, but they try to protect us. All right, so it's going to look like something like this when you hold it all together. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take just a dab of glue. You could even use a stapler if you have a stapler, a mini stapler. You could even use tape if you wanted. Just a dab of glue, not very much. You don't need very much. And you're going to hold those two together just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit more glue on there, just a tiny bit. 7 dogs, oh my goodness, that's a lot. I love my puppies though. Okay, I'm going to put another little dab of glue, and we're going to add another petal. You can cut the toilet paper roll into as many petals as you want. I found in testing this out that 4 works really well. But if you want to try more or less, you can do that. Okay, and you're going to hold them tight. And I'm going to put one more. I'm going to put a dab of glue on each side because this is where I'm going to close it up. stick it in there. And I'm going to hold it down. Whoop! I lost a petal. That's okay. I'm just going to put it back on. If I need to add a little bit more glue, I can. Okay. So there's my flower petal. And I'm going to set that down and I'm going to let that dry. Okay? Just for a second. While that's drying, I am going to get my craft stick or my popsicle stick. Someone else has 2 dogs and 2 cats and a bird. I have 2 dogs and 2 cats. That's enough for me. All right, so we got a popsicle stick. Mine's a big one. I didn't have any popsicle sticks. I have a craft stick, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to, this is going to be the stem. See, this is our finished product. So this is going to be the stem. So we're going to color it, or you can paint it, whatever color you want. I'm going to do green because I want it to look like a flower. And I'm going to do it on both sides. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just kind of coloring that in. 5 cats. What are your cats' names? Your dog Norman always barks at the neighbors too? Yeah. My dogs are really good dogs, and they don't normally bark unless they're looking out the window or they hear someone coming up to the house. Like I said, they're trying to be our protectors. A dog and a chinchilla. My kids keep asking me for a chinchilla. And you want to do both sides, okay? Two dogs and 2 ferrets. I knew someone who had a ferret one time. You have 2 cats. It's Max, a dot is fat. Is that the cat's name? Is Dot? Okay. So once your stick is all colored on both sides, okay, we are going to take our flower petals that should be pretty dry now, and we are going to attach it. Now, I'll be honest, I had a little trouble getting them to stick earlier. We're just going to put a little dot, and we're going to stick it in the middle. We're going to have to hold that on there in place for a while, for a couple of seconds. You have 2 dogs, a bunny, and a bird. I used to have a bunny too, but my bunny was mean. It liked to growl at us. Dog named Lucy. My dog's name, they're both girls. Their name is Rosie and Colby. And then my 2 cats, they are Bella and Mila. Can you hear the cat? She's making noises over there. She likes to make noises. A bunny named Prince. That's a cool name. You have a cat named Zuri. That's a good name too. And a dog named Lucy. My dad has a cat named Lucy. All right. Oh, so it has to stick a little bit more. So we're just going to hold it on there for a couple more seconds. You could use a little tape too. If you don't want to hold it down, you can use a little bit of tape. You can take your tape. You know how to do it, make a circle? You take your tape and then you make a circle out of it. And you could use that too and stick that on there. Now, if you have another toilet paper roll, the other thing you can do is color part of it green and you can make your little stem pieces. See? Now, after the video, you can make as many of these as you want and put it in a nice bouquet. Maybe find a nice vase or a cup and give it to mom or your grandma. Oh, my blue one's backwards. How's that? All right, so that's that one. And we have about 15 minutes to get the other one done. All right, so next we're going to do our super cool wreath, just like this. So for this, you are going to need paper, construction paper, or cardstock. Cardstock is a little bit heavier paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one piece of paper of cardstock and one piece of paper of another color. So my mom's favorite color is blue. So I'm going to pick blue. Okay. So what you're going to do, my construction paper is just a little bit bigger than my cardstock. Normally that wouldn't be a problem. So if you have your two pieces of paper that are the same, you don't have to worry about it. But I'm going to trim my other paper just a little bit first. Okay, so now I have two pieces of paper that are the same. You can use any colors you want. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to fold that paper hamburger style, right? That's hamburger style. Okay, hamburger style, just like that. You're going to do both of them. Both of them, hamburger style, just like that. And you're going to take your scissors, and we're going to do 1-inch strips, okay? So if you need to use a ruler, you can, but you don't have to. They don't have to be exact, but I'm going to use a ruler. And I am just going to mark down my inch marks, just so that they're all the same size. Okay, so all I did was I just marked it. I don't know if you can see, I did it very, very thin, and that's where I'm going to cut. So I'm just going to, while it's still folded in half, hamburger style, I'm just going to cut strips. Now you need a total of 10 strips of any color assortment. So if you want to do rainbow, you could do 1 of each color or 2 of each color, or you could do 5 and 5. However you want to do it, but you need a total of 10. I'm going to do one more here. And then I'm going to do my blue one. I'm going to make quick marks so I know how, so that they're all the same width. They're all the same size, but you can make them however wide you want. What color are you doing for these? See, they're made out of the hearts. It's the heart wreath. So what color are your hearts going to be? What color are you picking? I'm going to do 5 of each here. I've got 4. I need 1 more. Purple and white, awesome, just like this one. This one was purple and white. Pink and purple, good colors. Blue and a sunflower color, awesome. Black and pink for Megan and red and purple for Olivia, awesome. All right, so now it's already folded in half. It looks like a V. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the ends and we're gonna stick them together. So it should look like a heart. And you're gonna take your stapler. If you don't have a stapler, you could use tape or you could use glue and stick them together. Okay, we're just gonna, whoop. Someone else is doing pink and green. That's a cool color combo. Red and brown, cool. So there you go. I stapled it together right at where they meet, just like that. And you're going to do that for each one of them. So you should have 10 hearts when you're done. Blue, white, and green. Awesome. So there's another one. And keep going until you have all of them done. Just going to hold it in the middle so it looks like a heart, and then either tape or glue or staple. Okay. And if you wanted to do more than 10, you probably could. I just found 10 was a really good number. You could even do less if you wanted a smaller wreath. Depends where you're going to put it. Okay. So I've got 4 of them now. Someone else is going to do purple and blue and white and green. So 3 different colors. That's awesome. Okay, so there's more. Ooh, someone's going to do a whole bunch. Someone's going to do pink and blue and purple and white and red and orange and green and yellow. Awesome. Just like a rainbow. That one I needed to fix a little bit, so I just put another staple in it. Okay. So all of my white ones are done. Now I'm going to do my blue ones. Okay, same thing. We're going to stick them together and we're going to... Now, if you're using construction paper, I have noticed that they do want to flop out a little bit, but that's okay. They can do that for now. Once we stick them all together, they'll hold their shape better, okay? That one I put 2 staples in. So there's that heart. It is a lot, huh? Pink glitter. You're going to do pink glitter on your wreath? That's awesome. Okay, there's my other heart. I got 2 more. Hey guys, and don't forget to take pictures of these and share them on our Facebook page. Okay, we want to see the cool things that you made for your mothers. That one's not a perfect one, but there, I just bent it a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to put that one together. All right, so now I have all 10 of my hearts made. Okay. And you got to decide what kind of pattern you want. Do you want like mine that I did earlier and it was staggered, so it was white and purple and white and purple? Or do you want a different pattern? Do you want 2 purples and then a white? Pick your pattern, however you want to do it, and you want to kind of lay it out so that you can see what it's going to look like. Now, when you're putting these together, you're going to want to hold them like this. And you're going to staple them or tape them or glue them together, not down here. You want to do it closer to the middle of the arch, of the heart arch, okay? So you got it like that, okay? And then the next one you do is going to be in the same place. Okay, I'm going to staple these two together. Oop, I can't get my stapler in there. Okay, there we go. So now I have white, blue, and white. So we're going to keep going until all of them are connected. Do you hear my stapler? Is it making loud noises? See, now it's coming along even bigger. Got just a few more to add. Couple more here. Getting big, right? Now, if you wanted to at this point, you could close it up and put it together. I'm going to add a couple more. My other two. And then once I have only one left, I've got my chain of hearts. See, my chain of hearts. Now I'm going to stick them together. So that last one, I'm going to staple it on each end. And again, you can use glue or you could use tape if you don't have a stapler. So now you have a circle of hearts. Yeah, tape works great. You can definitely use tape. Okay, so now you have your circle of hearts. You're going to need some ribbon or some string. Either one will work. I had this really pretty heart flowered ribbon. Okay. So I'm just going to take, there's not a right length, but you're just going to take enough so that it will make your hook. Okay. So it really depends on how low you want your wreath to hang. This one, I don't want it to hang as low. So I'm going to do it a little bit shorter. I'm just going to cut it off. And then I'm going to place it on either side of my purple heart. And I'm going to staple it together. And that's going to be my hook. And you can put this on a doorknob. You could put it, where else could you put it? What do you guys think? Your grandma likes this. You're going to make your grandma one too? Awesome. I bet she will love it. You could, if you also needed to, you could make it go 2 hearts wide if you needed to. But this one I'm just going to do. That's what I did for this one here. This one was actually 3 because I had a long piece of ribbon. This one's shorter, so I am just going to do it on either side of one heart. And there you go. Then you can hang it up. Wherever you want. You could maybe put it on your mom's door in the morning on Sunday so that when she wakes up, she sees it. Or you could put it on a cupboard in the kitchen. Let her know that you're thinking about her. You hear the cats. Yep. You hear Bella. Let me see if I can get her. I'll show you guys. I hear her, but I don't see her. Come here, Kitty. Nope. She doesn't want to come to me. But there you go. The last thing we need to do before we're done, once your heart wreath is all done, we need to go back to our butterfly, right? So mine aren't quite dry yet. See, there's Bella. See her? There's Bella. So we're going to finish up our butterfly. I completely forgot. So you have your 2 coffee filters, and you want to separate them. If they're still a little wet, you can let them dry, but I want to show you what you're going to do. You're going to separate them just like this. Okay, go ahead and move your pan out of the way. And you are going to just fold over and under both of them. Over and under and over, so that they're in a stack. And you're going to do that for each of them. If yours is still wet, you can wait till they dry. Okay. It works a little bit better to fold once they're completely dry. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your 2 stacks and you're going to put them on top of each other. And then you're going to take a pipe cleaner like this. And you are going to put it in the middle. And you're going to wrap it around a couple of times. So that these become the antennas of the butterfly. And what will happen as it dries is you can fold them out. This is the one I did earlier. It's not completely dry, but it's a lot drier. And you can fan them out to make the wings, just like that. Okay. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed our time today. I hope you learned about what Mother's Day was about. And I hope you had fun making your gifts and your crafts for your mom and your grandma. What do you guys think? Pretty cool, huh? So we've got our butterflies. We've got our cool flowers. Many as you want to make. Give your mom a bouquet. And we have our wreath. All right. So don't forget, take pictures of your crafts and share them on our Facebook page. And we'll share them as well. We want to see how cool and creative you guys were doing. I want to see those glitter ones and I want to see those rainbow ones. All right. Thanks, everybody. Bye.